Hey superstars, so today we are going to cover customer retention. Now I've got a few stats throughout this presentation which will show you the importance of customer retention. So let's get straight into it. So firstly, there's 4 key points of customer retention. So the first one's results, then experience, relationship, and also lock points. Okay, now going into a quick stat, acquiring a new customer can cost 5 times more than retaining an existing customer. And by simply increasing your retention rate by 5% will increase your profits from 25 to 95%. The success rate of selling a customer you've already sold is 60 to 70%, while the success rate of selling a new customer is 5 to 20%. So guys, I just am saying that to show you how important this is. Customer retention should be your main priority all the time. I get into conversations with gym owners and they're like, I need more clients, which is definitely important during your growth phase. Now, when you're growing, you need to really focus a lot of your time on getting new leads and acquiring new customers, but you cannot neglect the current customers that you have. So firstly, results. So everyone comes to us for results. Predominantly, they might want to come in, they might want to lose some weight, get a little bit fitter, but we need to track those results consistently. We use in-body scans in our gyms. But as long as you're getting their body metrics, it might be that you weigh them, you might do their measurements or whatever that might be. Before and after photos are great, but just tracking their results consistently and making sure that they're seeing that forward progress in their body shape and also towards whatever those goals might be. Then also tracking their fitness. So I'm going to talk a bit about fitness testing every 12 weeks, but just tracking that their fitness is increasing, because there is so many other aspects of improvement that we can focus on. And then also just focusing on, little things like that they're improving with their diet, also that they're training more than what they were 6 months ago, and any good habits that your coaches have instilled with them still becomes as an improvement, which is then getting them a result as well. So any habits that they've added into their life. Now, guys, you want to reset their goals every 12 weeks. So we do a retesting week. So every 12 weeks, we'll test our client's strength, our client's fitness, and then we also will reset their goals. We do this simply by email. We'll send an email out and a text out to all our active members, and then give them an email response, or we'll meet up with them personally if needed, just to reset their goals every 12 weeks, to recap how they're going, and to give them another plan for the next 12 weeks. And then also demonstrating improvements every session. So they might be getting stronger every session. They might be moving a little bit better. They might have learned a new movement, this month that they didn't have in their arsenal last month. But that is also improving a clear demonstration in results that their movement patterns are increasing. So team, 50% of loyal customers have left for a competitor who wasn't able to stay more relevant and better satisfy their needs. So here we're focusing on satisfying their needs for results. So your programming should always be tailored around that. And, with everything we say is, ongoing, is make sure you always have that importance on results, on whatever that might be for the client. So the next one's experience. Okay, so 33% of customers say they'll consider switching companies immediately after a single instant of poor service. And this just increases the more times that they do have a bad experience within your locations. So firstly, it's cleanliness of locations, making sure the bathrooms smell nice, making sure they're really clean. Have your cleaners come into the gym, making sure that, your gym isn't just that garage gym that's completely disgusting, like they used to have in the old CrossFit days, but that your gym is a very cleanly place to be in. You always look at, go to gyms like Virgin, Active, they're always really clean, to set as like the general benchmark of how your gym should look and should feel once a client's in there. One of my mentors once taught me that we should be cleaning our locations for an hour a day, just to make sure they're absolutely spotless. Then the parking, guys. So as you get busy, you need to make sure there's ample parking away, or you've made options for them to be able to park quite easily for their sessions. So that might be that you've told them where to park, whether it be a couple of minutes away, but parking's a really big one as you get bigger. And then your equipment. So you never want to have faulty equipment on the floors. You need to have someone to come in each month to service your equipment, especially any cardio machines that you're using a lot, making sure that, you know, all your dumbbells are clean, that they're not broken, and just that all the equipment that they need to use for their session is able to be used really, really easily. And I see this happen a lot in, you know, many gyms, even the bigger gyms where equipment breaks down, they leave it on the floor, you know, for a month or two, and then while it's getting fixed. So if something is broken, get it off the gym floor, get it out of sight, and then get it fixed as quickly as you can. You need to make sure there's fresh music every session. So you don't want to go in and just play the same playlist over and over and over. Make sure that you have, you know, playlists that are suitable for all ages and demographics, that's suitable to get the most out of their session. So high intensity music has been proven to make people train harder rather than your low pace stuff. So, you know, music is really important to making sure this experience is amazing every time. And having world-class coaches. So, you know, a lot of the things we talk about with coaches is, you know, I think the number one thing is engagement. So are your coaches engaged? Do they love working with you? Is it a job that they take seriously? Are they making an effort to turn up on time and to bring energy every session? Because without that, every technical skill in the world is able to be taught. You can teach a trainer how to, you know, coach someone on doing a deadlift quite easily. But if they're not engaged, if they're not passionate, then you'll never have a world-class coach. So making sure, checking that your trainers are engaged, making sure they love their job and that they're switched on in the sessions. And then, of course, running your weekly technical training classes with them. So teaching your trainers how to improve. And every quarter, spending a day with them that's all on technical. It's all on, you know, their emotional intelligence, on how to interact with clients. A lot of the times that happens is, you know, generally a gym owner is super passionate about self-development, and then they will, you know, acquire new trainers who, you know, somewhat aren't as passionate. Okay. And, you know, sometimes it's not realistic to find the amount of trainers that you'll need for your location that are, you know, self-development junkies who just want to get better all the time. So you need to take that as a leader and teach them what they need to know to deliver world-class sessions in your facility. So if you're doing like education for yourself and self-development, a leader passes on what they're learning to their team. So don't just become you know, a leader who just acquires all this knowledge and keeps it to themselves and then looks at their trainers and goes, oh, you know, our trainers aren't good, like the session was really crap. So once you acquire that knowledge, you've only once learnt that knowledge of becoming a world-class coach yourself when you teach someone how to become a world-class coach. And one of the best things I was ever taught is your ability to be a leader is how well you can coach and develop your staff. So making sure that you take pride in developing your staff to be world-class coaches, whatever that might be for you. And guys, using MyZone in your facility, we use MyZone. It's absolutely phenomenal. So it can track their heart rate, calories burned, and brings a really great community aspect to the session. So you have a really big television in the gyms, and then you can see how hard everyone's working, making sure they're hitting their correct heart rate zones during their metabolic conditioning sessions. And it brings a really great community aspect to all of your sessions. Relationships. Okay. So relationships first and foremost with trainers. So you need to make sure that your trainers really care for your clients. And I picked this up off one of my business partners, Latham, and your trainers should know 5 things about each client. They should know, and these 5 things can change. They should know where they work, if they have any, you know, if they're married or have any partners, what are their pets' names? Where's their favorite travel locations? Did they grow up in the local area? What school did they go to? But just making sure during their engagements with these clients that they're actually learning things about their clients. And, you know, if a client cancels, a really good way to see whether your clients care is whether your trainers care is they should really be hurting. You know, when a client leaves is they should go, wow, I cannot believe, you know, that person left. I had a really good relationship with them. I spent half an hour doing her like nutrition consultation. We had a really great relationship in the session, and they should be absolutely shattered if that person leaves. And all that's showing is how much they care. And that is the number one thing with your trainer relationships with your clients. But then also you want to make sure that each client in the gym has 5 friends within the location. So introducing them to people. We're going to talk about lock points in a second, but making sure that they have those relationships of their friends in the gym. So they might always like to train together. If you're doing class blocks where everyone trains at the same time, just making sure that you're introducing everyone to each of their partners, and asking them, go, guys, let your partners know, where you work. Did you grow up in the local area? And getting them to just build rapport points of basic questions that your trainers can facilitate at the start of the session. So say, everyone's going to group exercise, go, guys, grab the person to your left and right. I just want you to ask them what high school they went to. Okay. And then they're going to build rapport. So you can facilitate this rapport by asking basic questions that create common ground for your clients. And then referrals. Okay. So if they're bringing their kids in, they're bringing their wife in, they're bringing their best friend in, they're bringing their work colleagues in, that's going to just enhance their relationship with the gym. Because 81% of customers trust recommendations from friends and family over other companies. Okay, so that means that if you're getting referrals, it's going to be easier for your sign-up rate, but it's also just going to increase these relationships within the gym and make it a happy place for our clients. We want them to always be happy where they're at and have a lot of reason to continue to come to those 5:15 a.m. sessions, especially in winter. Now, lock points. Okay, so lock points are ways that you can increase client engagement, increase the amount of friends they have in the area, and also give them things to look forward to in the future. So that means charity events. So if you run a charity event for one of your clients, that's an amazing lock point. So they might have gone through some hardship either within themselves or within their family, and that's why we need to do charity boot camps, not for your charity, not for what you love about, what they love and what's going to make a change in their life. So be careful getting caught up into running just the same charity over and over. Go, guys, we're going to run a charity event in December. Please send through an email of any charities you'd want us to support. And we're going to pick one at random, and then we'll continue to rotate this every 3 months. Then you have your parties. So you do quarterly parties. So, it might be Christmas in July or your Christmas party, end of challenge party, but make sure these are really special parties. Make it easy for them to bring friends and a really, really memorable night. Then you have your monthly beers and banter or your monthly coffee truck or your monthly, breakfast out together. But this is just a wow factor that you add on. So at one of our gyms, we do Friday night beers and banter. At another one of our gyms, we do monthly coffee. But it's just giving people a reason to spend more time at the gym and to build better relationships. Then you've got your retreats. So overseas retreats or retreats within Australia. These are life-changing events for our clients that, will give them a memory forever. So that becomes a lock point as something that you do very differently to other gyms. And they'll also build amazing relationships off those retreats. Then you've got your weekly wow moments. So it might be, getting EHP in to do supplement testing, giving them keyring chains. I mentioned before that we do coffee, we do Sandhill Warrior events. It might be doing a Tough Mudder event, but just having 4 weekly wow moments. Some are planned long-term. Some are, we're doing a fruit day on Friday where you don't tell anyone and you just give everyone fruit after their session. But making sure that you have those wow moments that separate you from every other gym who just come in, do sessions, and then you leave. So some of these wow moments are announced and can be planned long-term, as I said, but some are just, wow moments where you organize Chobani to come in, you don't tell anyone. Everyone who attends a Tuesday morning session and afternoon session gets a yogurt. You're just making those special memories for our clients. And then MyZone competition. So if you do competitions in MyZone, we can do partner challenge, you can do intra-club team challenges where they compete against each other. Or if you have one location, you can make, teams of 3 and they all compete to see who can burn the most MEPs. Really, the lock points are up to your imagination, but it's really about creating memories and just building better relationships. That's what a lock point is in the gym world. And guys, just one last one last stat, sorry. Customers who have an emotional relationship with a brand have a 306 times higher lifetime value. So that means they're going to spend a lot more money with you. They're going to stay a lot longer with you, and they're also going to get better results with you and have a better experience. So I didn't want to overload this video with massive amounts of information. There's things in here you can implement today, not tomorrow. You can start to implement them today. They're all really easy to do. You need to have a customer retention plan. Make sure you have a customer retention budget, and just take action off this video, guys, to ensure that you're retaining your clients and you're making your business easy to refer with, and you have a location where people absolutely love training at. Have a great day, legends. Just please make sure you take action off this video. Let me know if you have any questions if you do so.